off. Today is day 296 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on / potentially finishing up. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to cram in all of the things we need to do into tonight's stream. We just have a good handful of things we need to do, and I'm just pretty sure due to confusion, we're not going to be able to succeed with everything. Hey there, tiny cat. Look at you. Hold on. Hey, cat. No. Do. Tiny cat, I love you. I know you're excited for the stream. So are we. But I think... Oh, who's got a furry tummy? You do. Yeah. Alright. No. Oh my god. Just the worst cat knocking things over. Okay. There we go. He's good. He's set. There you go, little kitty. Good tiny kitty. Now, we are continuing on with something. What are we doing? Little kitty is so distracting. No idea what we are trying to do. Oh, right. Right. How quickly we forget. Example code. Our code. D. Good. We've got this. We've got that. And little kitty has scratches. You are blocking all of the important stuff we're trying to look at right now, cat. Why don't just assume the napping position? Yes, look at that. Wiggly fingers. I know, you're excited for the wiggly fingers because they scratch. These are all true facts, but we're trying to make progress right now. You are the anti-progress cat. You are an omen of procrastination. These are all facts. Example stuff. Yeah, we can look at example things. So... Oh, that's what it was. I was trying to remember the issues that Topher spotted with our current stuff. And it turns out our average win rates, although the calculation is correct, with the trigger for it, when it actually refreshes and updates, isn't quite properly set up. So ours only updates when we win. Now that makes sense here for the first time, but it keeps... It continues. We need to lose. See there, we just lost, and it stayed the same. So it only refreshes. See, we lost again. Oh, did we? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But the point is that it's less than perfect. So we need to deal with the average win rate. We need to... And we talked with Topher. It's not that we have to have it disappear and appear when it's new, but it's an option. It's something good that we can and should practice. So I'm totally down to implement that. It's such a minor thing. It's not like between each one or every 5 levels and the game stops and then it's like constantly disappearing. It's just that first one out of the gates. You almost don't even notice it aside from the very beginning. But anyways, we'll cross that bridge. And then setting up the chart. We need to dig through the chart. So it's just some minor polishing on the JavaScript front to figure out where and how to get the win rate to trigger and update correctly at the right moment. And it makes sense that it's only triggering when we win because we have a nested if statement where its condition is for when it wins, and that's when it's updated. So maybe if we just move it to when it's selected, maybe we just need to move it up a level for both tails, heads and tails. Hey, see select me. How far are we at? We're getting there. We can see the end. Although technically, I think these projects are all so small, we can probably see the end from the beginning. It's just I'm so slow and confused most days that we break it up into needlessly long portions. And we get distracted, and there's the cat, and then there's us at the helm of this, so... But we're getting there. True, we also dealt with TwitchCon for 3 days, so that definitely extended this project quite a bit longer. But yeah, good times. I'm curious to see the actual, like, hour durations. I'll do a quick sum of however long the last project took, how long this project takes, and the third project, how long that takes. Because I think all three should be relatively the same difficulty. And despite how many days it's spread out through, I'm curious about the actual, like, hour sum, the total time it takes for me to complete to whatever degree I finish the project. I think that will be the most telling as far as progress and the speed at which I'm able to complete these. Because again, the last couple days, we've had a couple, like, 30-minute, 20-minute, 40-minute streams, maybe if we're lucky, versus most usually are north of 45 minutes. An hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's that. We're crazy. Deselect me. I think you're right. Pulling the calc down out of the nested if for each selected side. Yeah, I definitely think just bumping it from that nested if, because it still does technically need to happen each time it's selected, and that's currently the issue we're running into. And it does need to still happen when the sides match, and it's a win. But that also means head selected occurs. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be bitchin'. Now, let's cut this. We can stop our yammering and start trying to make progress. So, let's give that a shot. We can paste and save. I think we can even just test now out of the gates. So, that should be 0. Oh, that should be 50%. So it's in the wrong spot. What if we have it in both areas? Maybe that's our issue. Maybe it needs to be in both places. Like, structurally, I think it makes... It does need to happen in both areas when it selects heads or when we select heads for the user, and when they win. But I feel like since it's the I'm just concerned because I know if you have repeat code that it either should be written differently or referenced in a different way, but I'm not sure if this particular situation still fits that bill. I don't know if I'm left with needing an else or something, or having it outside of the if entirely. Like down here for the overall selected, it's outside of the ifs and the else's. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe instead of having duplicates for each one, it should be outside of that. Oh, select me. Put it after the nested. So it already has the new numbers. Aha. Okay, true. Doesn't need both. Just needs proper order of operations. Okay. Cool. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and take the following. We can remove that and cut. Yeah. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Put it after the nested. Still, now when you say after the nested, do you mean still inside the if, just post nested, or have it down here in the overall selected area after the whole damn if statement fiasco? I guess you're right. I guess it still should be in the if. That does make sense. And we do want it after the heads 1, because we do want those numbers. And we want it to occur when that's happening. Okay. After the nested, not the whole fiasco. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So still within our if statement. Not down yonder. Overall selected is different because we need all of that data to make it function in general. Cool. So let's go ahead and drop this in here. And if we still run into functionality issues, then we can always drop it down outside for fun. Also, Bob Danoob, dry/wet. Yeah, yes, sure. When in Rome. Not sure that applies to that sentiment, but, or that statement, but it, that's our response to that. But, and we're pasting, and we're pasting. Let's hope that works. Refresh. Here we go. Heads. 1 and 1, 100%, but that's not our issue. The issue is when we fail, if it still updates. Come on, we're 3 for 3, dear God. 4 for 4. Is that really possible? Are we that lucky? Okay, there we go. 80% for 5. And then 83, nice, 7. I think we fixed our issue. Let's try tails, 100. 50%. 3. And 2. 50. Okay, cool. It works. Everything is functioning beautifully now. Got some solid numbers. Awesome, awesome. Crisis averted. Cecil was right. Donka. Thank you, Cecil. Greatly appreciated that. Now, with that said, what else did we need to do? Topher said fix our average win rate. We should also add out of the gates, everything doesn't appear. Display none, effectively. And then as soon as we click on something, everything comes into place. True, there's the animation for his sliding in. I'm not too worried about the animation portion, or I'm not really focused on that. I'm just more of wanting to do the display none on or off type functionality. So let's tackle that. Here we've got our click event. When in Rome, click as the Romans do. would I do that? Last time, you know what? I think we need to look at our old project. Technically our last project. We've only done the couple so far. So, new open. And we're looking, and we're looking. Let's go back, documents. JavaScript was what we wanted. Cool. Beautiful. Now, we are on the hunt for something that was changing. It was, damn. See, we had to create elements before, and then we were modifying them and doing things like that. This time it's a lot simpler because we don't need to create new elements. We have everything stationary, really. The difference is we just need to uncover the whole chart. And I think with that said, since we kind of stacked everything for our CSS with the divs, I believe we can hide all of the following noise beneath the heads and tails button. So that would be div overall stats, because the result statement, this statement here, doesn't even exist until we start clicking away on the buttons and stuff. Getting results. See, look at this. Refresh. It's just overall win rate. There's no results statement. Same thing here. Refresh. Even though that statement comes over with all of it, technically for us, it's not really there until we make the selection. Then it appears. So with that said, I think we can do div overall stats. We can add in a display of sorts, and it will start on none. My concern isn't starting on none, it's bringing it back to life. This is what it is. Document.getElementById. Yes, in our case, that was for the last project. So now it will be overall stats. Dot style, then display should equal whatever we want it to be. Where do we put that, though? Can I just put that inside the same exact click event? Here, we've got flip for each function button. For the event listener, or add event listener, it's the click, and then it runs flip coin. Or the flip coin function, this whole monstrosity that we've constructed over the last, I don't know, couple days, week or so. Instinctively, I just want to drop a line and throw in the change to the CSS. Basically that. Could be wrong, but we're here to fall on our face. That's what we're good at. That's how we learn. So we're going to try that, see if it blows up, and if it does, we can rebuild and adjust from there, because that's all part of the fun of learning. So, wow, caps lock, rookie move, Steven, rookie move. Document, not define, document. Dot get element by ID, cool. Period, no. Parentheses. Tough call, we should remember. Aha, see, we guessed correctly. Definitely wasn't a remember, that was a guess. Which means we need to work on that as well. So, overall, with an E. Remember, there was that whole nightmare of having a OVA roll. Yeah, that was just complete hell. That left us confused for about an hour, and it was sad. It was a dark, dark period in this project. Not a pen child. Style.display. Style dot display equals, is it block? I think block is default. We'll do block because we can. That's not block, that's bulk. And not even a legitimate spelling of bulk. So block with a trusty semicolon to go with it. Okay, I think that's about as good as that's going to get now. We can go ahead and test after we adjust our CSS. Display equals none. Display none. Okay. Here we go. Big money. D. Start. Nothing there. Very cool. And we click. Stack of death. Oh, wait. It triggers. The click event triggers the flip function. Oh, damn. Wait. Hold on. I can see it. So, because the click is triggering the flip coin function, it's gonna do things inside here. So if we want the display to change, we need to put it inside of the flip coin event. That's what needs to happen. Now, I know a lot of this is happening, like, instantaneously. I wonder if there's a difference with me putting the display block up top or towards the end. Like, I wonder if I set it up here, if it's going to load with the zeros. Just briefly, all within an instant, loads with zeros and flashes the results as it's calculating everything, versus having it at the end, all of the calculations and things would have occurred, and then it renders the stats towards the end. I guess we can find out. Let's see what happens. Let's take this, we'll try it at the top, maybe we can see the difference in load times and what gets rendered. Maybe it's all in our heads. Side event target X. I don't want to have it as like the very first thing. What if we do it after random toss? I guess we would. Yeah, I think we'd either do it as the very first line or the very last line. There's that. Command save. Oh, I was having chat issues and I just reloaded them. Select me. I just saw your stuff. I was trying to see if there was any additional comments in chat, but select me, the dry, wet. Okay, yes. Dry, don't repeat yourself, and wet implying dry. Or not dry. So good. Noted. On the nose. Select me overall or overall stat. Oh, sack of death. Am I that guy? I'm that guy. God, who gave me the keys to this empire? Sack of... Oh, well, that's another week without food for Steven. Good call, Cecil. Damn. Let's delete that. Trying to figure out why it wouldn't work. It seems so clear in my mind that that's what we wanted to happen. Overall stat. Right? That's what we were looking for? Overall stats. Plural, right? We did plural? We did. Typical noob. Son of a... Alright. Thank you, Cecil, for watching out over us. Greatly appreciated. Now, the difference, though, when we refresh... Here we have display none. Why is it not there? Is it because we've got display inline block and display inline block auto? Oh, hey, mortar? Motor? Motor. Mode with a zero, is it? Oh. Single T, phonetic. Modder. We're gonna go with modder. Yes, Cecil should still probably be, hey, and, Cecil should still probably be in the function. Yes. Good, good, good. Otherwise, it'll just show immediately. You can change display block when the page loads. Cool. Which is what we were trying to do. See, yet again, we will refresh. Here's our guide. Not there. Very impressive. And when we click, ta-da, everything appears. True, there's the animation, but don't worry about the sliding. That's what we're shooting for. Is to have it not be there, and then we click on something, boom, everything appears. Everyone celebrates. The city isn't on fire. All of that good stuff that you would want to have happen. So there's that. Good eye, because we would have moved it up here, and then we would have deleted everything, and then there would have been tears and all that noise. So inside the function, it goes, and paste, saving, refresh, and click. It works. Yes, dance, data, dance. I control you. Now, from there, what do I need to do? Oh, was there a difference? When we click on something, boom, it just has it all. It just has all the data instantaneously. I didn't know, as I was yammering about before, if I clicked, if it would show a 0 first, and then flicker to a 1. Because we're revealing it, and then calculating all this stuff. I know all of this is happening instantaneously, basically. Not like they've got some dude named Kyle at the other side of the server running the numbers and then he's posting them afterwards. I'm sure if the site were big enough and if there was enough data, we may run into, like, load time and rendering things differently. For this tiny page, I don't think we're going to run into that issue. Because then I was wondering if it should be at the bottom after all of the calculations occur and whatnot. Command save. Beep-a-dee-dee-dee. Refresh. Click. See? Still functions just about the exact same. In fact, I'd say identical. At least from my perspective. Okay. Cecil, otherwise it'll just show immediately. Motor, you can change display block when the page loads. You select me, some guy named Kyle. Motor, not really. Good, good. Okay, so just a crazy guy worrying about nothing. Which has basically been the theme of the last 296 days of this adventure, so that fits in perfectly. We're good now, I think. We adjusted the win rate so they calculate correctly every time the buttons are clicked. We have this stuff appearing out of nowhere. The next major thing, and I say major as far as, like, kind of functionality, structural stuff, is tying in the Google Charts. There's also kind of the final CSS stuff. So let's go ahead and look at the chart stuff for now. Let's do that. Google Charts. Fingers crossed it is some plug and play easiness with very few tiers involved. Oh, that would be bitchin' if we don't end up crying all over our Google Charts. So, what to do, what to do. Visualization area chart, overview. Let's see. Content overview, a simple example, stacking areas and loading. Looks like they got a couple more. Here's the overview, their simple example, blah, 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 blah. An area chart is rendered within the browser using SVG or VML. Display tips when hovering over points. Cool. Hovering over points, we can see data and fun facts about that point on the graph. Awesome. Simple example, code it yourself on JS Fiddle. I wonder if I just take all of the chart data and just tie my own tags and variables to it. I get the feeling that that's probably what is going to happen. Let's look down here. Stacking areas. By default, the chart area draws the series on top of one another. I said series, not Surrey, you stupid phone. Good God. Why is she always there? Can't believe her. Anyways. By default, the area chart draws the she who shall not be named, dumb phone, on top of one another. You can stack them on top of one another instead, so the data values at each x value are summed, blah, blah, blah. This isn't saving anyone's life. It's fascinating, but not exactly explaining how I should implement it. Noted, blah, blah, blah. Stacked areas support 100% stacking. Is stack, percent, relative, absolute. All good to know. Lots of flexibility in what we can do with a chart. Oh, and they've got examples of how it's coded. True versus relative, yada, yada, yada. Good, good, good. Okay, now, the loading portion. Google Charts.load package is named core chart. Google Charts.load current packages code chart visualization. Why do I have a hunch that I'm not going to figure this out tonight? I sense a mountain of confusion in my very near future. Just like immense sadness. Sadness mountain. That's where we're headed. On the SS Confusion. Captained by me. It's a grim future we are looking at, considering what we are looking at right now. I'm very concerned. I like the idea of the simple example. Seems a little comforting. So worst case scenario, what do we have here? Heads or script area, which all of the script stuff can exist in our JavaScript. So we don't need to worry about that. We can just bring in Google Charts load. We can reference this. We can reference that. Maybe we do put it in the script area over here. And we reference the gstatic.com chart. Maybe we reference that, but we still do all of the bulk of the coding over here. This is going to be tragic. C-select me. Let somebody else do the I like that plan. Let somebody else do the CSS. Motor, I think you only need the basic chart. I agree. C-select me. Profound sadness. Yes. That is exactly... That's what we're up against, dude. That's I don't even know what to touch. Where do I put my hands? Oh. We'd be better off with little kitty coding this. I thought we would. Where is she? Oh, she's sleeping in the darkness. Can you guys even see her? You can't see her. She's over there. She's just doing kitty thing. That's her. Boop. Cat. Getting her sleep on. That's gonna be us eventually. Not just yet. We haven't earned sleep yet. We need to deal with this chart fiasco first. Okay, well, let's go with our gut instinct on how to get the basic chart to appear and load. I know I need to reference the link. This. Maybe. I mean, we reference the source for our JavaScript over here in our HTML, so yeah, we can totally do that. We've got our script area. So let's take that. Script. I wonder if I can have 2 script tags. Is that wrong to have 2 script tags? No, because this has its own thing there. Oh, let's do that. Go with your gut instinct, Steven. Not that that's ever worked ever in the last 27 years, but maybe it'll work out tonight. So there's that. G static. Oh, and I hope it's not tied to their specific example. That would also be hilarious. Motor. You can have as many as you want. Oh, script reference things? Bitchin'. Bitchin'. Good to know. That's hot. That's hot. Yeah, this is very HTML-y. But I've got a strong sense that that's just merely for example purposes. I'm pretty sure this one, the reference to the source, needs to be on the HTML page. But the actual chaos that endures, or the chaos that ensues, not endures, ensues, would be all of this. However, there's this script stuff. I know I at least want to put the function and all the crap. See, instead of these numbers, it would be the variables. It would be the variables that we have. Blah, 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 blah. And they would happen. And they'd be updated as they get clicked on. But the rest of it. Look at this, even in the div, they've got different... No, 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 that would all be in the CSS. We don't have to worry about that. It would be chart div, and we just reference style, and the width, and all that, and the height, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, good, good, good. Okay. C-select me. Load the charts before your project JavaScript. What? So you can use it and load the packages in your JavaScript file. Yeah, do that. Okay, hold on. This is the first time Steven's dealt with a chart in the wild. So, load the chart before your project.js. My spidey senses tell me that this would go here. So they flip places. Cecil, yeah, okay, switch the order of the tags. Cool, cool. Okay, so let's do Command C, Enter, and cool. Tab, paste, cool. So we flipped those. Should I be worried about the underlininess of all that? Maybe not. I think everything's going to be fine. And remove the spaces from source. Puke. Oh god, are there spaces? Oh. Here? That one? Or maybe just the first one. Probably both. Probably both. Yeah, type and source and that. Yeah. As I'm looking at their example too. Lack of equal stuff or lack of spaces. Good to know. Good to know. Motor, yes, both. Awesome, awesome. Now, better. All right, comforting. So, you know, at a minimum, we at least made some progress there. Now, continuing on, we set that up. What to do next? Script type. Oh. Google Charts load. Like here, I know they're just doing div, and this is its style. Its width is 100%, its height is 500 pixels, but I know I could just set up the div with the ID of chart div, and then in CSS, I can drop all that noise. I don't know where to draw the JavaScript line. Here for CSS, I know to draw the CSS line here, and all of this can exist in CSS peacefully. I know this bit ends up in HTML, but I don't know where to draw that JavaScript line to take the rest. I'm pretty sure the function, obviously, should be in JavaScript, but which line do I cut at to move away from HTML and start building here? Maybe if I just take the function for now. Baby steps. We'll take these two. Do I really need options? Company op. What are they talking about? Company performance. That's the title. H-axis, year. Down here, okay. V-axis. No titles listed. Minimum value 0. So those are all the external components for the X and Y axis. And options. Here is inside the chart, the core data. Let's just do it. Let's go for this. Cut. Crap, and there's that. New visualization area chart. Screw it. We're just taking it all because we can. Cut. Oh! The function's called draw chart. Here's function with its curly brace, its opening, and its closing one. Here's the opening script tag for this link, and its closing script tag, and then same song and dance. So this script tag goes on the HTML side, and look, that blah 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 callback draw chart for this function. So we set all of this in JavaScript, and then we just leave the closing script tag nestled right up against it. Boom. There we go. Got it. Figured it out. C-select me, get the example working in your code, then modify it to work in your project data. Yes, exactly. But that was the part that I was confused on. I didn't know where to slice and dice this and hack it up. I figured it out. It's right there. It's my first chart. I'm supposed to be confused, especially considering that it's 12:44 a.m. in the morning. It's been a full day. Crazy person's choice. Okay, let's do this. Now, we want to set the chart probably after our click event. I would assume. I'm not too sure. I have no idea. Yeah, after our click event. There's that. And then from here, we can just take this, like so. Copy. Oh, 12:44 in the morning is 00:44. Yes, correct. 0:44 is right. So we are all kinds of confused and crazy. Something about something. My concern as I look at this, as I thought about taking the opening script and this stuff, and then the closing script tag, is these have semicolons. And most crap in JavaScript has semicolons at the end of it, so I'm very concerned about dropping all of this into HTML. Oh, but it's in the script section, so it's like a little JavaScript micro safe zone. So we will be okay. We'll be okay. Trial and error. Trial and error. Motor will then hello then from 9 hours in the future. Oh, wow. Yeah, must be nice at 9 a.m. We're all kinds of delirious. Oh, sleep. 9 hours in the future. Good times. The code between the script tags is just inline JavaScript. Okay. Cool. I take it, since we did the chart stuff above the rest of our project, we should probably follow the same pattern. One would hope to. Hope it would be the same pattern. Here, let's paste. And closing script. That's kosher. Now, select me. Oh, just move it to your JavaScript file to an appropriate place. How do I know if it's an appropriate place? It's my first chart. What am I'm legitimately concerned. I don't know which direction is up. Our mind is in a questionable state right now. And all of this, hold on. Let me wrap my mind around the chart first. You know what? I'm going to save and see what happens. Because technically, I don't think the functionality is really any different, whether I've got all of it set up within script tags or split between script and our JavaScript file. I mean, I realize the code will get processed like differently and like it'll store things in memory different from like deeper level. But as far as the end result goes, here, technically, I think in the end game it should be quite similar. At least I would hope so. Let's save this. Save that. And we should have a freakishly similar chart to the one they have here, since we didn't change any of the data. And refresh, and we click on stuff, there's no chart. Even broke the internet. Damn. Hey, kinda 808, what's up? Just move. Maybe we should move it. Okay, we should move it, because clearly it's not working. What is up? We're trying to birth a chart. So, we are deep in confusion. Oh, you might need a div with the ID of chart. Yeah. Yeah, they said that would happen in health class. When should the chart load? That's a great question. Free tutorials. .us. I click the link. I'm on my phone. Productivity. Complete productivity guide. Sure, sure. Why not? Who doesn't like learning? Noted. Noted. Tons of fun. Now, continuing on with the div issue. Motor might need a div with an ID of chart. Let's set that below. Whoa. Where am I going to set it? We have our main div, and then everything else between it. I think I still want it within my main div. We can do it after our main div. It'll be its own separate entity. There we go. Div. Oh, wait. Watch this. We just type div, and then we hit enter. Boom. Although we're going to change it to ID. So, ID. Chart stuff, right? Oh, you'd put it in the bottom of the overall stats. Bold choice. Okay, I could do that. I could be that guy. Let me just set it up, and then chart underscore div. Chart. Really? Chart underscore div? Is that what they used? Oh, wow, it is. Chart underscore div. You are right. Oh, you're so right. I should just copy this. Yeah. Take that. We don't even need this down here. That's all just noise. That was confusion. Another one of Steven's dumb ideas. Let's take Motor's recommendation. Motor? We need the phonetic breakdown of it. I'm pretty sure we may have asked for it before. Inside, over at the bottom of overall stats. Right. Which I think 1, 2, 3. That would be right here. Ta-da! Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. We'll even do this. Chart stuff. Comment that out. Nice. Cool. Let's save that, and now it should be all good to go. And click Zakish. If you click the div, it should highlight where it ends. Oh, an atom? Holy you're right, look at that. Oh my god, the tips we get from you guys are freaking incredible. Look at that, it even shows where it starts. It works in the opposite direction too. Paragraph, oh my god, and it works for everything. That is so cool. That's the highlight of day 296. Click on a tag and it shows you the beginning and end. Look at that. That is awesome. See, select me. Open your dev tools. Oh, you know what? I haven't had my dev tools open at all today. You're right. The dev window. view, developer, JavaScript console. Oh, developer tools. Right. You were saying not JavaScript console, but developer tool. Oh, no, that hit it. Maybe there's no difference. There we go. Developer tools. So, what, hey, there's an error. Uncaught reference error. 59. Draw chart is not defined. Line 59. They're super pissed at Steven. Okay, noted. Line 59 is this guy. Draw chart. It's the function. So I need to move this crap into JavaScript, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on. It is the JavaScript console, basically. Oh, for the dev tools, yeah. Good. I should move this. My spidey senses are telling me I should move. But can I do that? Is that wrong? Is that weird? If I just drop this in over here, is it gonna know what to do? That's not gonna piss off the other kids? Deselect me, move it. Awesome. Good. And save. Motor, it is the correct thing to do. Oh, look at that. My spidey senses, only after failing 6 different ways, are starting to guide us in the right direction. Wait, but why are you moving it? Oh, crap. Motor with the good questions. Because... Okay, let's do this. So, real answer, Steven. You can do that. The main thing for why I was thinking of moving it was because I noticed here the Google Charts set load callback, the draw chart. It seemed like it was referencing a function, and since the function wasn't here in HTML, I mean, I thought since we were referencing the source and stuff, oh, that's where the chart hails from. We haven't told it. I thought it might have been able to reference the JavaScript there. Or know to reference that. But I guess since this was coming after it, maybe if we had that before, then it would have been able to reference it. But anyways, since it's referencing the function here, I figured they should at least be in the same area for how the scripts were stacked. And if we were moving this one, then these two seem very similar. So yeah, that's what I'm up against. And with that said, since all of this noise is now here, I'm not sure I actually need... I'm not sure that I actually need this second script anymore. This feels like it doesn't do a whole lot for me. Because we already have type, text JavaScript, and the source. I know the second one from their example was housing all of the function and the variable options and the variable chart. But that doesn't really seem as needed anymore, since we've got that first one and the rest of it is housed in our JavaScript file. So good. T-select me. Referencing a function that is not yet defined. It can't know about functions in files that haven't been loaded yet. Noted. So with that said, though, it's sort of like how we are loading the chart before we're referencing this, if I had referenced that before, would it know to look here if I had the callback, you know, in the other script tag, the script that's not pretty equals blah, that's messy, but would it have known to check in here if we're checking that? Maybe. Or still no, that's not a thing. And even if it could, I realize that's probably the bad and wrong way to do it. But just from a functionality purpose, if it would trickle down like that. You can remove the empty tags. Still on the rock, paper, scissors. Oh no, never mind, coin flip game. Hey, also, Graysol, how you doing? Go ahead and try. Okay, cool. I can be that guy. I can try. Script. And we're referencing things, God, I thought we were you know what, I think I can close that. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. That was just for an earlier reference. Here, let's copy and comment out. We're here to try. Oh, this is gonna blow up in our face. That's okay. Save. Refresh. Click. Okay, yeah, they're still pissed. Noted. Deselect me, it's about the order of operations. Things need to be loaded and used in an order fashioned that makes logical sense. Which, yes, that does make just hard to view and connect all the dots. We'll get there, hopefully. Figured we would have gotten there after 296 days, but trying to learn at 1 a.m. in the morning every day probably isn't our best course of action, but we're making the best of it. Let's remove the extra stuff. Let's drop this back down below. Clearing out that. Saving. Good. And then spot correcting our JavaScript. Undo. There's this. Let's save. Okay, big money. Here we go. Refresh. And maybe click. Holy, it worked. Oh my god. You were right. You were also right. Thank God. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at it in all its charty glory. Numbers and colors. My god, it's glorious. Okay. Motor. So if you are going to use Google Chart stuff in your bdxcointoss.js file, you should load the chart library before that file. Oh, and that's why. Okay, that's why we're loading it before. That's why you guys have me have me reference that before this. To load it up, that way it can be used here by the time I go to implement all this stuff. Fascinating. Good. Awesome. Alright. C-select me. Awesome times. Commit and sleep. Victory for Zim. That's what you're doing now. I think, yeah, we're gonna we can move these hard-coded points. We only actually have a very few data points, and all of them are variables, which is cool, because that means they'll adjust on the fly. And what actually changes? We are going to see through the chart tonight. I think we're going to save CSS stuff for tomorrow. Or should we deal with fine-tuning the chart in CSS tomorrow? I mean, we have the chart loaded. I know it was mostly copy and paste, but I don't really want to leave just tomorrow with CSS only. I want to have a little bit more interaction with it. So maybe replacing the variables. And we'll see. We'll see. So there's that. These are the two different colors. Times 1, heads and tails. So it does have all the cool info. Times selected, coincide, and times 1. Yeah, let's save the chart for tomorrow. That's going to be a bit of an undertaking. Knowing Steven, I mean, it took this long for me to copy and paste the example into my code correctly. Let's be real with ourselves. That's going to be an uphill battle. And we did a decent dent. We tackled the average win rate stuff and the display fiasco, so it's hidden. And we got the chart at least to appear. That's pretty good by BDX standard, right? C-select me. I feel like that chart will be a good 30 to 45 minutes in BDX time. Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, let's go ahead and save all this noise. We'll close out this. We'll commit and push and then close out the stream. Save, save, save. Save, save, save. Thank you again for all the awesome tips and tools and advice tonight, guys. This is greatly, greatly appreciated. Especially the tag one. I mean, everything was great, but look at that. See? I mean, it doesn't matter, but this starts up here. Where does this one end? Div class main, who knows? Oh, I know. Down at the bottom. Deal with it. Okay, we've totally lost all sanity. We need to land this bird as quickly as possible. Good. We're saving. Let's do our GitHub desktop application. Let's crack that beast open. Dum. What did we do? We did JS corrections and Google chart. Yeah, good. I think the ellipses really adds to... Oh, you guys can't even see. You don't even know what's going on because it's not even there. Ta-da. GitHub. There we go. Yes. JavaScript corrections in Google chart. Yes, our ellipses. Save, copy, paste, commit, and we're pushing. Close out of that. Get rid of that, and let's check GitHub in all of its glory. Motor Ghost. Is little kitty on the moon? Oh, right. The missus sleeping. Yeah, that's gonna be us soon. We get to fall asleep. It's gonna be bitchin'. Coin toss stuff. Isn't that what we're up against? That's the one we've been working on. Yeah, a minute ago. Look at that. All 3 files got updated. Awesome. CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. Good, good times. Let's go ahead and back out of all this noise into OBS. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to either view the stream and or help out. Today we had C-Selectomy, Bob Danoob, Motor, or Motor, and Kinda 808, and Graysol. Again, all the amazing tips and advice and guidance are greatly appreciated as always. They're definitely needed. Yeah, they're such a help. It's amazing having the support. So thank you all for that. Day 296 comes to an end. However, the adventure continues tomorrow with day 297 of the year of streaming and learning to code. In the meantime, are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah, kill it!